Ow. Welcome to my tube. I'm Standing Turtle. I like to have these little talks on the way I feel about things. And I'm really trying not to look at what my hair is doing right now. This thing right here. I'm trying not to look. I can't help it. It's so cute. Oh my god. Anyway. It's been a pretty good morning so far. It's overcast. It's cool. It's chill. It's nice. It's nice. Had kind of a rough wake up. Tucker's the nurturer, and he was loving on Luna like she likes her kids. He suckles on her, and she likes it. And so, but sometimes he kind of nibbles. One of his little teeth will get involved, and she takes offense, and there's a little bit of a scuffle, and there was that today, but it didn't escalate, and nobody got hurt. Took us a long time to figure it out, how to all coexist together because of all their traumas and all of our traumas and our temperaments. So she's in the living room with Ma, waking up. We all got up at a weird time, opened our eyes at a different time, so it set the course of the day at a weird time. Unnormal, or just different, but we go with the flow around here. That's why, we don't really go by clocks around here or calendars or anything like that. Haven't for 3 years now, so more people are engaging in those realms and aspect of the world. I was just going down a daisy chain. I was just screwing around. It was kind of cool. I took a pretty sweet picture this morning about 12:30, 1 o'clock. One of the Luna wanted out. She was barking to something, so we went out to address it. I let her address it, let her out. I was up, so okay, let's do this. Grab the camera. I put a sweater on mine. I'm clumsy, and I broke it on the thing. So there's part of the lip is gone. I was looking at tripods because I couldn't really sleep last night. So I was looking at tripods because I'm not as steady as I used to be. I'm steady. I'm steadier than most, but I used to be anyway. So with high ISO, you have to be really still. So this morning I came in and I was looking at tripods and stuff, and I got a pretty decent one, just still, but there's still some vibration. But what I did is I transferred it using AirDrop from my laptop to my phone, and then I took a screenshot of it, and then I zoomed in. And then I zoomed in as far, because you can only go as far as you can. I'll put it up on Snapnax, and then you guys can do the same thing with the same photo and see what I see. Now I got a 6S. It's an out of the box 6S, but it's a 6S, 16 gig crack it phone, but the camera is Nikon, so the film quality is pretty decent, and I even got another one of Jupiter, and I was making Jupiter dance, because with high ISO, if you move the camera around, it makes it do squiggly lines, and I love just screwing around. That's how I entertain myself. God. It's hard to create a different version of the same day over and over to be that. But I manage. So I'll put it up on Snapnax, and then you can see what I can see. And then so I zoomed in on this picture, and then I zoomed in as far as I could. And if you got a newer phone, it's probably going to be, quality's going to be way better. And then I zoomed in on that, and then go as far, and then I did it one more time, and you can see the frequency with your naked. You can see constellations. See, because I believe our souls, our spirit, when we take our last breath, it goes out into the solar system, and all those constellations and pockets and those wonderful things that people are creating, those are soul families. Those are same freak tribe, same frequency. And when groups of consciousness get together, amazing, beautiful, magical, freaking wonderful, glorious things happen, and dark dastardly things happen too, and that's what people are reading, the storylines. I'm seeing all these storylines, and it's so cool because this stuff I'm hearing about and seeing about in the media, I'm like, yeah, I live that. That's my history. I got direct account. See, because people just look at me and think I'm a fool and a clown and stuff like that, and I'm like, yeah, I flipped baby Bush off on 9/11, out the hangar door at Age, and off at Air Force Base, Nebraska. But one of the reasons why I called the talk today, take the heyoka to work day, is go down the ant hole. I'll give you little hints, and I'll give you my little a little briefing here on how I see it. But go down your own ant hole and find out stuff for yourself, and then maybe you'll find stuff that I don't know about, and then you can put in the comments together, and we can help put this great big old crazy mad puzzle together. Because that's what heyoka do. We're esoteric Sherlock. That's what I think of. That's what I think of myself. It's just an esoteric Sherlock. I just take it all in, and what's gonna happen next, I wonder. But I never know, because ain't nobody ain't no 100%. In my ear right now, I got What's It Gonna Be, Busta Rhymes featuring Janet Jackson. So I supported the flight line of the 55th Wing of the United States Air Force. This is all Wikipedia stuff. It's all free, open source. And it's like one of its sister's bases was Davis Moffett Air Force Base down in Arizona. Sedona, for the officers that like to live around Sedona and that, because we live in their world, their chess world. We just get to be their pawns, see, and we pay for all of it. But things are changing, so I ain't tripping. But just look at like the one thing I like to bring up is the patches, because people are like, it's in the symbol, yeah, it's in the symbolism. I've been doing videos for 3 years talking about these same stuff in different ways, because if I don't want to be too redundant. But even if you just go look at what the patch, let's see, it says VID EMUS Omnia in Latin, translated, it says, we see all. That's what the patch, we see all. And see, and that's what they did. They just flew all over the world, all around, collecting data, all over the United States, all over the world, collecting data, collecting the data that collects the data. There's always a bigger pot that draws from the top. It's the heart space that draws from that gets people, see? So I hung out, I had to support all these D-bags, all these loosely moral, we had to run around General's Row, these 4-story brick buildings, that these men of power put them, and why are they powerful? What did they do that was such a big deal? Because at this point in the game, in 2020, who do they keep us safe from? Who are they keeping us? Is anybody really ultimately safe? Yes, we are all safe. We're all safe. The world isn't falling apart. The freaking no-vibers are dying out. The control freaks are losing their grip. Yeah, it's like Babylon. Yeah, it's like apocalypse, It's because, why this stuff has happened? Because people have seen so many movies about it. It's shared consciousness. It's the other projects that they did. They all did MK, CIA, we pay to see what we'll do under certain stressful circumstances. Let's see how they'll act. It's chess. It's trading places in the largest scale. And we pay for it. It's all pageantry and puppetry and puppet dance, and don't you know who I am? And the whole world is but a stage, and we are but its players. If you're gonna play and just be part of the I was just doing my job squad. Bird confirms, crow confirms, Don't be I ain't for the W2 world. I want to make a t-shirt that says W2 with a circle and a line through it. I don't want to work for nobody. I can't. I'm one of those speak on the negative and the broken aspects of the environment in which I'm working in and how they need to be changed, but the people don't want to change it. I don't always have the best ideas. Oh, absolutely not. And that's the thing. That's part about the excitement about me sharing with what I know, is that people get to share with me what they know and help with my deficits. The stuff that I don't know. All the good stuff, the fun stuff. I keep talking to Mom. I'm getting excited. Here come next few days, I'm going to call the an agent down around where I want to move to, around Mount Shasta, the Earth's first chakra. And then that way, see, I'm like, Mom, this is what we'll do, because the population is small. And people, yeah, it's touristy and stuff, but we don't really go out much at all, right? But the population, and there's more off season, and it's kind of a trek to get to. So you know, it's not for the lazy. I mean, you got to sit in the car unless everybody's got helicopters and their own planes now, but more of those are crashing. So I think people are gonna get more back to the ground ways for a little while. I think people are gonna get more grounded and get back to Earth stuff and people. I mean, because I grew up in Redding. I know what Mount Shasta is. I know the significance of Mount Shasta. I know it. I've always known it. It's majestic. I've seen aliens my whole, and so like now, and when more and more people are coming into this shared consciousness, then it's exciting to me, because I have more people to talk about stuff that I've been learning about since I was a little brown girl, little tomboy, little ruffian, little tough and tumble. I gotta take it a little easier because I'm getting older. I'm coming into a new chapter in my life. Mom is too, so we gotta slow down. So I gotta go to a place, because I can't stand the bullshit, and I'm not always gonna hold my tongue. So I'm gonna go to places where it's less populated, and there's only like 4,000 people, you know. And then there's weed, and there's Dunsmuir, and over here there's Obi, and you know, Bernie Falls and Redding's just Mount Shasta, Shasta Cavern, it's all right there. Trinity, places I haven't been, it's all like, you know, couple hour trip, you know, hour there, take a few pictures, an hour back, because I don't have to freaking linger anywhere, man. I only got to see something to take a couple snaps, you know. So, because I just snap, 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 be on my way. You know, I like to travel too. I like to drive. I get a lot of meditate state. I've always been a driver. It's because I was so bound and so poor, and we just could never do anything. I always could only escape in my imagination. And then when I got to a point where I could live it, then I did it to the best of my ability. And I think that's funny, is that, you know, we get put in places in life where we're supposed to be, and how some, you know, dumb. These aren't my words, these are other words that people have used to define me. I use much kinder, softer, gentle words. Know this. I'm going to preface with that right there. I'm not doing self-loathing doubt talk. I mean, I am, because that's how I used to do it, but that's because of the words that other people use for me. You getting hot, Benno? Good boy. Good? Say hi? Say hi? But I mean, I barely graduated from high school, you know. And my getting into the military was a hassle, and I was 26. I'm like, you know, but how I ended up, because Stratcom, I'm going back to take heyoka to work. We see all. It's the only Air Force wing with continuous operations. That's the thing, is we always work shift. We worked around the clock, you know. So, I mean, I got really used to patterns and behaviors and being hyper vigilant and stuff like that. I actually got the flight line shut down one time because I dropped a box off the back of a golf cart. And it was a case of, it was like 4 boxes from the parts. I hit parts, and then I had to go buy fuels. Parts, welding, fuels, and then back to the shop. And then when I went to fuels, I went around a corner, and when the guy handed me the boxes, he put 2 on one, and it was a case of 1 of 2, 2 of 2, and he put them on, and I didn't physically, and I just said there's they just said there's parts, there's 3 parts, and there were 3 parts, but freaking stupid supply, they're down there with test scores with cops and services. They freaking do stuff weird, and so they would, instead of putting 2 small parts in one box, they would, it's weird. It's because of rules and regulations and all this stuff. That's why I couldn't do more than 6 years, because it was always who was in charge and how they felt that day. And so the mission was never just the mission. It was always, you had to dance around this underlying freaking political bullshit, and I fucking hated it. And now this is the shit that they're all getting busted for playing around with, you know. I mean, we break our backs to get the planes going and stuff, you know, so the freaking E-4s could fly out to Langley, and the colonels and generals and majors can play golf with their buddies out there at Langley and be home by dinner and have some scotches and shit and then be home. Wonder what happened on those planes. And what they all recorded. And what they recorded. I mean, if you're recording everything, how come all this pedo stuff got let go? Because you got paid off too? Because you're just in Corp USA? That just came to me, actually. I don't even know. That just occurred to me. You know, I mean, if we get all the poor people, all the people that freaking just trying to get by and have to work 2, 3, 4 jobs and never see their family just to put a roof over their head that they're fucking never at. And then these bureaucrats that pay themselves tens and thousands of dollars every month, hundreds of thousands of dollars a year they pay themselves, while we're not. Give us, you know, now they're thinking about some people get, you know, this shit's been going on for months and months, and the rich just keep getting richer, man. There just keeps getting more and more rich people, and there's more non-profit organizations, and golly gosh darn it, there's more businesses opening up to tout how much they care, and there's more banners, and there's more merch with all of the caring and caring and caring. And I know people are opening their heart because more people contribute to my channel. See, but I don't need as much as everybody else. I'm like, dude, mom, somebody shared $50. And you know what I do? I keep 49% of every contribution of what I get to my offerings, to me and my mom and the dogs. We do fun stuff with that, and then I give 51% away. I pay that forward to other people that don't have the means to do fun stuff, or I'll buy shit for them, and then I'll bring freaking. I got all kinds of ideas. I don't really feel like talking about them right now today. I got all kinds of ideas because I believe more in autonomous stuff and keeping it between the engagements, 2 people, not really touting too much about, look what I did. I'm gonna such a wonderful person. I can't, you know. I like keeping it grounded on the earth. You know, my good tidings. You know, but I got good ideas of better ideas of how to pay shit forward, and so people are starting to come in alignment with me and appreciate things I have to say, and then they share the tube, and then I get to pay it forward, you know. And I'm excited to you know, get a little cabin in the woods with a couple tall trees and a nice fenced backyard, no steps for the dogs or me, you know, with little wood stove and a kitchen where I can just, in a garden, I'm gonna grow a garden. And then I'll just like make salsas and stuff like that. Because I used to make salsa like when I worked at Chevy's. That was my favorite salsa ever. I could taste it right now. Because they blacken the peppers and the onions and the garlic. They blacken them on the grill and burn it on mesquite. So it gave it an extra flavor. And then blend it all together. Oh, I could grow, because in flowers and stuff, and it's just stuff I can do at home. I'll hang out with mom, and then we can go out and go walk a trail and maybe run into some folks that live from far off places, because Mount Shasta is the Earth's first chakra. It's a very spiritual place. People from all over the world come visit, and then I'll bring my camera and make it, with permission, of course, take some pictures, if you're recorded our time together, and give them to you as a gift. And if you appreciate them, I take gratuity, pick your pay photography. That's the thing. I'm just going to get a bunch of these camera cards, these 16 gig, 4 gig, whatever, and then I'll just put them in my pocket, and then I'll just snap, meet people on the trail or out at Lake Siskiyou or wherever we decide to go for the day, wherever our heart takes us, up the mountain herself, and then give them to people. And then I'll give them my business card with my email address on it, and they can PayPal me. Yeah. And it's nice and quiet too. I know it's gonna have it's not gonna be 100. I'm not setting. That's the thing, is that when I moved to Oregon, I set it up like this is the only way it's gonna be. Now I think of it as this is how I'd like it to be, and if universe is gonna see fit, word is, it's not just me saying this, it's other people that say it, that if your heart is really in alignment, and if it's really supposed to happen, things will open up. And I believe that to be true, because that's how I got to be here to begin with. Everything just opened up. So I try not to get too heady about stuff and worry, because when I worry, that's when things happen that make me worry. So I got to be careful. I made a couple notes, and I don't know how long I'm going. I got couple more minutes before Mom wants breakfast, or she's gonna drop into spirit and lose the vessel. I was thinking about that, because I've had like MRIs and stuff, and I'm worried that they're gonna make me do another one when I go back. When I have to. You always have to reestablish a baseline. That's what they do. That's how they get you. It's just like. Anyway, going from one system to the next, crossing state borders, it's not. Coming from California to Nebraska, smoothest transition ever. Coming from Nebraska to Oregon, it took 2 years for me to get medical care for my mother, because the system is so convoluted. I don't want to get too negative, but living in Salem, Oregon has been a valuable learning experience. It is the biggest resource drain hog I have ever seen. And I have a whole folder dedicated to the greed of Salem and the capital and the administration all the way down to the city level. And if you take a close look, it's like this in every single city. Because in every class, there's a joker. Every class, there's the freaking boss that just bosses everybody around. There's this, the easygoing kid that everybody likes. He's just a nice guy. There's the jock that's kind of a dick to everybody, but he's good looking and he's fast and good at what he does, and all the girls like him. So that's his path in life. He goes up through the frat poli-sci route. Or whatever, You have all these people that are all the same heart spaces, and then they go out in the world, and then they all get in these groups that they draw together, and it's just, some do good things, but mostly people have fallen into their ego. So we get the world I get the world I get based on what I look at, and I just keep cutting stuff out I don't want to look at. I keep, like my Instagram, somebody puts a mask on and says, "Oh, this is so, cute," and bye, Maisie. It was nice to know you on Game of Thrones. Our time is over. You just split off with people. You don't gotta be mad about it. You just gotta accept it. And so, because I don't like wearing it, I wore a gas mask into the flower shop the other day, and I was actually more comfortable with it. And then when I went and did laundry, I put one on, and I put it, and more I do it, but I don't want to get used to it. I don't think anybody should ever have to get used to that. We're supposed to breathe fresh air, unimpeded, as a human being, as a vessel, as a working, mechanical, functioning organism. I mean, that impedes progress. That is literally retarded. It impedes the progress of life. This is retarded. Because people are going to die, and you can't keep people from dying. And putting, like, making windows with plastic fucking sleeves to hug people and shit, that's a nice heart space. But fucking break down the barriers and just start hugging people, man. Old people are going to die because people are stopped touching it, are not loving on them. You're not giving people a reason to stay, so that when the spirit doesn't find a reason to stay, that's when it opts to check out. So sometimes when I get worked out, I'm getting leading up to this because I've had to have like a lot of CAT scans and MRIs and being put in tubes, and that's why the Navy was never an option, because enclosed spaces I don't like much. But that's what I have to do, is like if I start getting anxiety when I'm behind the mask, is that I have to drop in that space in which I go when I meditate. Drop into that spirit. I got to come into the fact that this is my soul sack and this is just a game and we can play this for a little while. Just do what the bastards want you to do, the control freaks, you know, the ones that freaking lost hope in life. They haven't freaking loved their wives in years. Their kids are assholes, you know. I mean, they don't got much to live for themselves, so they got to go places and just be like, rule with an iron fist, you know. That's why we have the military. You have these small-spirited people that have found sadistic ways to literally suck power, to gain power, literally, our life force, kundalini energy. Because when you keep people subdued and mundane, they're just going to feed your machine and your billion-dollar budget so they can fly, you know. It's gonna happen. So again, they're gonna find a reason to freaking some bullshit to start some more shit, because they gotta make more. The rich guys gotta make more money. But see, the thing is you get all these new tubes that are opening up, like don't drink the Kool-Aid, and on Instagram there's all these people that are talking about Mockingbird and Looking Glass opera. I'm like, dude, I was age. I fucking worked in the garage where they had the panels with the memorabilia of this shit I had to fix and repair, you know. Hi Benzo, you're so handsome, pretty man. You're so pretty. So, I was there. And it's just, sometimes I think it's just kind of funny that I was just a dumb kid. It's just a dumb kid that just talked funny. People said I looked funny. See, I spent $4,000 on these. Out of pocket. Because single people don't get all the advantages. We don't get shit, man. Single people, we don't fucking get this shit. You get single with a parent that gets sick or something? Really learn to take it in the ass. You get, like, in my college education, in my life experience alone, I mean, it's just, if my ego is inflated, I could live in rage every day just on that alone. I'm so much smarter than them. Why do I have to deal with such bullshit, such nonsense? I just want to bend them over my knee and just, you know, but you can't hurt people. You can't put your hands on people. And that's my record. I ain't never put my hands on people out of anger. I tried to kiss. I say or love. But when I was younger, I had to learn a couple lessons. I never got. Did I ever get slapped? I did try to kiss a couple girls, but I don't remember ever getting slapped for it. And then I quit. Because I don't know. I don't know how to read people. Because I think people like me. And then they go, nope, I don't like you. I don't like you at all. And then they treat me like they don't like me. And I was like, man, I was wrong. I really, really felt like you liked me. And they did. They're just liars, and they're lying to themselves. They're lying to me. And, Energy doesn't lie. That's why I don't have any friends, is because freaking energy doesn't lie and people always talk one way. I don't say, I can't. I need to start changing my word verbiage. I do have friends. I don't have a lot in close proximity. I'm going to make them, though. I'll meet some folks on the trail. So I thought about that when I start getting anxiety out in the world and the 3D bullshit, because people are shorting out and they're scared. Now they're freaking like, I mean, people are getting violent at people that don't wear masks, and I'm just always in the minority. I'm always in the... But I'm getting physically fit because I gotta learn how to defend myself. So drop into the spirit and lose the vessel. Sometimes you gotta do that. Okay, what else did I write? Then I gotta wrap this up. May I love on you. Oh, that kind of go insides. That's what I've been doing. I've been like, may I love on you? Asking permission. May I love on you with the dogs? May I love on you? Because dogs, people, they're not always in the mood to be loved on, and put your juice on them, your energy on them and stuff like that. So, sometimes a high five is good, or alright, you're not in the mood, that's cool, I'll check in with you later when you are. But my whole life, my whole time, people like pinch my cheeks. They like to pinch my cheeks, and that fucking hurts, man. Hurts me. And every time, oh, you're so cute. You're so cute. And I'm just like, until I fucking bite your finger off. Because I'm Scorpio moon. Checks and balances. I'll set my... That's what I was thinking about intention traps. Is like, I don't want to make, make bad things happen, because you got to really be careful of that shadow stuff. But I'm like, alright, but if somebody treats me bad like this, then if this happened to him, then I think that's fair. I'm not saying it's gonna, I'm just saying if it does, turnabout's fair play, Because people like to do weird stuff, just like, they just don't, when they're void of spirit, you just really have to be careful. And you get in the more populated areas, you're just around more people that are void of spirit, and they're just looking for trouble. And I look for trouble the first part of my life. Hell, actually, I never really did look for trouble. Sometimes I'd look for trouble when I was early in my ego, but mostly I'd want to fly under the radar. And I wouldn't want trouble because I'd seen so much nasty stuff happen to people me and people I care about. So you kind of want, but trouble always found me because I'm a strong character and I stick up for the underdog, and there's always the fucking asshole dickhead in the room that wants to fucking prove a point about something. So now I'm a little battle worn. So now I'm learning how to work smarter and not harder. So if you don't got a lot to do today, go down the offit and look at, look at the age mechanic. Look what I did. I had a pretty cool mission. I made the toolboxes and stuff. I did a lot of really cool stuff. I'm going to do more cool stuff again, just at a slower pace. I'm excited to meet people, make some friends from all over the world. And that's about all I got for now. I hope you have a rad day. Peace. Oh, shoot. Clam.